forgot the plug to my tablet. Man. Well, I know why I forgot. And I'll play this song on my... Oh man. I had I can't see the comments because it's too sunny. Well, hi. Sorry. Hello. No, I haven't gotten anything yet.
If you didn't hear the news, Tophia was demonetized. She now has zero income, not her $50 a month from TikTok. She is still in the religious-based shelter, and she is still receiving religion-based therapy. It's not going well. She's also still claiming to be part of the LGBT plus community after years of making slurs against anyone who was.
Brush my hair with the unbrush. This is gonna die. And I didn't bring my stupid plug.
Stop playing music.
All because my brain was, I don't know. It's all over the place today. Like, my brain is just, how come
no filters today?
I was gonna deactivate, oh, what is that? I don't know, it was something black. I can't, I just literally said I have 70 something, but hey, that I have,
I did my best, but I guess
a transaction there. How am I? Today is just,
we are back where we were.
I don't know, it's been a tough day. And, well, you know, where I'm at, I can't really say much of anything because it's a privacy thing. But yeah, some stuff happened and it wasn't good, so yeah. And so then I had a anxiety attack and I don't know. Like I started freaking out and then I was having trouble breathing and then my heart was racing and then yeah, I just was like trying to calm down. So I didn't ask for any money. I don't have a friend anywhere over. So yeah, so some stuff happened and, you know, obviously for privacy reasons I can't speak about it, but not only that, I have some stuff about my social media and it's just difficult because, like, this is my money and they were like, oh, you get money, you get paid because you're getting bullied. That's one thing that I could talk about and that was a little hurtful, but, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but it's my page, and to be told, oh, well, I don't know, I'm just, like, not trying to, it's a religious thing. And right now, I'm just supposed to be talking about God, because that's what they want on my TikTok, but it's like, it's my page, I can post what I want, but, like, literally, they said what I was posting was not good, it was the devil or something. I don't know if they saw that video that I just posted. That was one thing I was freaking out about, and I hope that, you know, they really don't see that because that would be an issue. That's why I didn't want to say anything, you know, because of what's going on. But why did it skip? So, yeah, there was like all this stuff going on this morning, and I like shut down. I was like, I mentally, I can't do this. Like, you know, why are people screaming? But, oh Lord, I just had like an anxiety attack. So, yeah. I don't know. It's just too much to be. So I was like, well, I'll just go live and try to like calm down because I was having trouble breathing. And I was just like freaking out, and I was like, man, today was just like one of those. I don't know why it keeps going out of there. So yeah. And then, yes, I am a little, because of my storage, because, I'm trying to get everything together to hopefully get the money to pay the storage. I don't have it. And, if I fall behind, that's going to be very difficult for me to, like, even catch up. And if I lose that storage that has all my brother's stuff in it, and, I'm trying, but, you know what I mean? So I've been paying my storage. It's just this month I probably don't have the money, and my brother's stuff's in there, so that's hard. And, I'm just, thank you for joining the fan club. I'm just trying to figure everything out, and I'm just, I don't know, yeah. Anyways, that's going on top of everything else this morning. Hopefully you had a better day than I did. I couldn't breathe. I was shaking all over. Man, I was really having an attack. It's just like, I can't really talk about that, because if not, I'll be under a bridge. So it's just best that I don't say anything. I just not want to play this song for some reason. Oh my God. Just not mentally here. Bro. But yeah. I've already explained it. I'll explain it again. So, something happened where I was at, and I'm not going to say anything because I can't talk about it. But one of the things I can say that was brought up was like, how, like, I don't know, the whole thing about not posting about God. Like, and his country or whatever. And so that was the thing. And then some other stuff happened I'm not going to talk about, but yeah, I had like a panic or anxiety attack. I was freaking out, I was like struggling to breathe. I was shaking. I had this like real bad headache, and well, basically that's that. That's what happened. That's all I can say for right now. Because if I say too much, I'll be under a bridge. So it's best that I don't say anything, because I don't want to be living under a bridge. So, no, it's not. Mentals you're messing with, and, I don't know. I got blamed for something that I can't control, so. And I can't say anything, because if I do, then I'll be under a bridge. I'm just trying not to get upset, but sometimes people just don't get it. They don't get anything. So, yeah, I don't know. I just need my own place, that's all. It is kind of hot out here. What's going on? Stupid plug. So now my tablet is dying. Being gay thing too, well, fine, not gay, that I can't even talk about because I'll get it worse if I talk about it, because people don't, and people was like, well, you said in the past, but maybe I wasn't comfortable sharing, and I now just found out, so I wasn't comfortable, but since I had already shared it, I guess I just had to say something. So, yeah, I can't always keep talking about that. You gotta understand, like, in this state, like, this climate or whatever, is like, all I keep hearing is, like, you're going to hell. It's not right. I can't do anything about it. I could speak up on my page. But, that's gonna cause me to be under a bridge. People don't realize that being open doesn't, and I'm not saying the place that I'm at is not safe, but to be honest, the climate we're in is not safe. So and I have had some things happen, and I can't go into full detail, but I'm just freaking out, and there's nothing I can do except just I don't know. I had a talk with my mom yesterday, and yeah, it was a lot. And basically, I know her health isn't good, right? And it's not to that point, but she has asthma, she has thyroid problems, she has all that. And even just, well, even just the people in my life, like, okay, how do I say this? Yesterday we had talked about something that I brought up about people don't have a long way to go, if that makes sense, because we're all gonna pass away, right? And for me, it's like spending time with people, because I know that one day they're not gonna be here. And I struggle with that, because my mom is old. She doesn't have, I would be grateful if she lived till 80, And being away from her this long, it sucks. It's just like, my housing isn't working out. Like, things are just not, and I think about life. And and I don't want to take anything for granted because I do want to spend time, and I don't know how to express or like say things without, like I had to talk with my mom because I said, if she passes away, I don't have anybody. I'm not gonna have anyone. My brother's gone, and I can't bring him back, I can't. And I had talked about it because I was like, it's hard. I have to live the rest of my life without my sibling, and it's just difficult, and it's hard. Grief is hard because I'm always going to keep going through that grief and being told that, I know. So one thing I could say is that in therapy, I was told like, oh, you want to minimize your symptoms. You don't have to be okay, or I don't know what it was, but I feel like everyone expects me to not have issues. Everyone expects me to be okay. Like, I'm just supposed to be happy all the time. I'm gonna lose all the stuff in my brother's store, in the stores that has all my brother's stuff in it. I can't even be open about being bi because I get attacked and targeted, and and then I face homelessness, and I can't talk about certain things because of that. And just basically, you know what? I'm gonna put all of this stuff in the bag because it is overheating and getting hot, and I need to turn this off.
Tears gone. 32, going on 33 years old. This isn't a 16-year-old. This isn't even a 19-year-old. This woman could actually be a grandmother. Realistically. Nobody is saying losing a parent is easy. I lost mine 7 months apart. It's not easy. But you know what? At 32, you should realize this is life. This is nature. This is the circle of life. Sure, some people are scared of death. Some people get scared and anxious, realizing time is passing by quicker and quicker. Take a deep breath. We're all going in the same direction. Some of us will get hit by a bus, hit by a car, get in a car accident, get some horrible disease and pass away, have a widowmaker heart attack. Some younger, some older. That's why you should never take life for granted. Don't take people for granted. But the dry begging in between is what gets me. When she talks about getting teary-eyed and speaking about how she wants to appreciate the time with her mother, they have been apart for a year. All it took was a city bus trip to the other side of town, 10, 15 minutes away. And not once has she done that. Heck, after the incident last March, her mom was frantic in the hospital after being shot in the face, looking for her while she was cozying up in a hotel room getting DoorDash. For 30 hours, her mom didn't know where her daughter was. She knew her son was dead. She didn't know where her daughter was. And Tophia couldn't be bothered to let her mom know. Wasn't bothered by the fact she didn't know if her mom was alive or dead. Then again, this is the person who went on a live stream before calling 911. Now she's mad because the calls have come out. People have gotten the FOIAs. And now she's mad because she's always denied that fact. See, when you live stream your life, don't come back and be sad that things are caught. You did that to yourself. So she's had over a year with money, with gifts, donations, GoFundMes. And she's gotten nothing done. No job, no schooling, nothing. So it sounds like the shelter is getting pissed at her social media, which they have been monitoring, because you can't be filming inside the shelter. So a couple months ago, that stopped. But then she began filming outside in her friend's vehicle while the friend was at work or whatever. She just sit around in the car all day. I'm sure the shelter does not appreciate her not trying to better herself. They're not there to be her house. They're there to get her back on her feet, and she's doing nothing to help herself. Instead of sitting in the car listening to music, going on live streams, she could have been pounding the pavement, going to jobs, applying for jobs. Shit, she could have been applying for jobs on her phone in the car. But no, she wants to sit, listen to music, thinks she's an influencer. She thinks the money's going to fall in her lap. I don't care if she's bi. I don't care if she's purple. She doesn't help herself. So there's two camps. One thinks she's just a genetic mutation, and the other believes she has Cantu syndrome. Cantu syndrome is an extremely ultra-rare disease. All patients with it are generally studied and agree to be studied. Of course, some don't have access to, say, the internet, to medical care, to specialists. So I'm sure there's more out there that are unknown. Which camp do I belong in? I 100% believe she has Cantu syndrome. There are a lot of factors that go into being diagnosed with it. And of course, I can't make a diagnosis from here, nor would I be able to, because I'm not a geneticist. You have to have genetic testing and your markers done. That said, there are certain symptoms and signs to look for, and she meets them. So I do believe she has Cantu, and I believe her mother does. In some ways, that would actually benefit her if she went to the university, to the research area, and told the doctors, made an appointment and told a geneticist, I think I may have this. I think my mom may have this, because the Cantu Society may be able to help her. Cantu syndrome also has intellectual disabilities. Now, from watching old videos of her, she is definitely in a decline. That decline, I believe, is more environmental than genetic. If you don't use your brain and you're not out with people, socializing, you lose brain cells. You lose the efficacy of your brain power, just like a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. And the same goes for your brain, even though it's not a muscle. It's why people like Ted Kaczynski go bonkers. They're bonkers to begin with. They may have a mental illness, but then when they hermit themselves, they spin out of control. Isolation is not good. And even though she lives in a shelter, she obviously is not in their social circle. She doesn't have friends. She thinks the internet are her friends. And if you ever have seen her chat, which I won't show pretty much, it is 95% absolutely vile. The most vile things said about her. She's caused that. Though I don't think people have to say the horrible things they do. There's no reason. She feels inside herself pretty shitty. I think she knows exactly what she is and where she is status-wise in life. She puts on this false bravado and this false smugness, and I don't believe she believes that. I think inside herself she knows she's a failure. And you know me, I believe everybody. I always hold out that little percentage. People are going to turn it around. I still hold out hope Lisa Richard will turn it around, but that's just me. That's actually a problem I have. It's a character flaw. I try to give everybody a little bit of hope. I think people will one day wake up and go, this ain't working. I better try it the way everybody's saying. Realistically, I know they're not. And I don't think Tophia will. She's had every resource, every opportunity afforded to her, more than most people. She's on her third shelter. And she doesn't learn, and she doesn't try. It's unfortunate, but she's a dime a dozen in our country. And that's a scary thought when you think the people like Tophia are their numbers are starting to get so much bigger than the people who are trying. Is social media to blame? Oh, hell no. It's a factor, but it isn't to blame. What's to blame is she wasn't instilled with any ambition. She wasn't instilled with any motivation. And she has nothing in herself to stand upon. She has no foundation inside of her to try and better herself. And until she actually does, she's going to keep wallowing in the shallow end. So I'm thinking after we do schizophrenia, which I'm hoping to do the TED Talk next week, it's kind of a big subject. It might take a couple. I think we might do a TED Talk on Cantu. And just for myself, you guys might not be interested, but I think we should do a Cantu TED Talk because it is a fascinating disorder. I have been reading up on it for the last couple months and reading a lot of the studies that have been done. And it's a very interesting disorder. If you just Google Cantu, Cantu syndrome, and look at the images, she fits it. Now, you cannot diagnose somebody just by appearance. There's a lot of things internally that go into diagnosing Cantu. And of course, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a geneticist. So, oh my God, I see a cat outside I've never seen before. Looks like a little tiny mountain lion. See him? Look at him. Looks like a little mountain lion. Look at that. Sorry, I digress. I've never seen that cat. Oh my God. I don't know whose cat that is. Oh God, he's coming over here. Terry's out there. So I'm a little concerned. But let me know. Do you want me to do Cantu? I might do it anyway. Even if you guys don't want to watch it. That's okay. At least someone will get something out of it, right? Sadly, I feel she will be under the bridge because she is defying the shelter's demands even in this stream right now. And she was told not to talk about shit, and she is. I can't talk about it, but you are. Oh, Kitty's going potty, so it's okay. Is he throwing up? Oh my God, he's throwing up. Dude. Probably ate a lizard. If you'd like to watch Tophia's live streams now, somuchgah. S-O-M as in Mary, U-C-H-G-A-H on YouTube. Awesome channel. Now that Hat's gone, we have somuchgah. Ah, the good old days. I do follow Tophia on TikTok, but I find her so dull and boring. I can't get through her lives. So I appreciate channels like somuchgah who do capture them and allow me the chance to spin through them. If there's any other rare disorder you'd like me to cover in a TED Talk in the future, let me know. Toodles.